$1,000 and the Catalina World Cup.
Myers staging a furious comeback. Myers won the first game 15-3, but Bledsoe won the tiebreaker 11-4. And another veteran American professional, Jerry Hilecher, defeated Brad Kruger of Edmonton, Alberta. Kruger fell 15-7 in the first game, and he pressed in the second game, but Hilecher won that 15-14. Hi everyone, this is Scott Oak, and welcome back to the Court Sports Club in Winnipeg. Well, last week we saw Marty Hogan defeat Ben Koltun to advance to our semifinal round, and today Marty Hogan's semifinal opponent is going to be decided when two former American national champions meet, Dave Bledsoe and Jerry Hilecher. Dave, you are two veterans, so I guess we can expect a variety of shots today as we look at your experience.
Well, as you said, we're both the relics of the game. We've been around since the game pretty much started professionally. And certainly we played each other many times, so we both know each other's games. And hopefully we'll be able to come up with a couple new tricks today and win.
Davey, many considered your victory over Lindsay Myers in round one to be something of an upset.
Well, Lindsay's an excellent player. He's had his best season ever last year, and he came in ranked very highly over me. But I was able to put together a real strong tiebreaker, and I think that made the difference.
Okay, what about Jerry today?
Jerry's going to be tough. I can't remember when we've ever gone simply 2 games. I think we always have gone 3 games into the tiebreaker. We're very evenly matched. Although he's playing very well, I'm going to have to really be super today.
Okay, good luck to both of you. And now let's pick up the action with Charlie Brumfield and Dom Whitman.
Thank you, Scott. Well, on the basis of what we saw in previous games and on past performance, I would think this match, Hilecher versus Bledsoe, holds promise of being one of the best yet.
It's a barn burner. I'm looking forward to this match. I've played both these fellas for the last 10 years, and they're very, very even. They're both fast, both have excellent forehands, both have terrible backhands, and they both cheat like hell. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great match. Jerry
Hilecher versus Davey Bledsoe in our quarterfinal match this afternoon.
Mr. Hilecher serving. First game, 0, serving 0.
Leach's professional player, Marty Hogan, with our tip for this week. And let's see if these two, Hilecher and Bledsoe, concentrate on their game plan.
Well, I'll tell you, both these players have excellent concentration, particularly Jerry. I feel that with the format we're using in the CBC Classic this year, that we have 15-point games. The shorter the game, the more the concentration is really, really relevant, because you can't afford to play what we call loose points. I feel that in the 15-point format and the 11-point format now used on the American Tour, that Hilecher could well become one of the top 1 or 2 players in the world. He's got excellent concentration over a short period of time.
Prior to the start of this match, when he was talking with Scott Oak, he indicated that there are 2 relics on the court today. These are 2 of the veterans of the game of racquetball. However, both players certainly very capable of taking on the young bucks.
Well, there's a lot of mystery as to exactly what the prime is of a racquetball player, and of course Davey's over 30 and Jerry's 27 years old. Are they out of their prime because the majority of the pros are 19, 20, 21? I don't believe so. There's a lot of discussion among the people interested in the subject as to what exactly goes first on a professional athlete. Is it the legs? Is it the arm? I think it's more the attitude that can decay. It reminds me of a line out of Linda Ronstadt's song, losing all your highs and lows, ain't it funny how the feeling goes? And when Bledsoe was playing Lindsay Myers, he was excited, he was vibrant, he was reminiscent of his glory year in '77 when he beat Marty Hogan in the finals. He beat Jerry Hilecher en route to that title in the semis. If they're both excited, as Jerry has been certainly early in the professional year, they can be both at the top of their games right now.
Well, Hilecher has certainly had a lot of success this year on the Pro Tour.
He's a brilliant player, and he hasn't gotten the recognition he deserved. That last shot was Davey Bledsoe's favorite shot, the pinch shot. As a matter of fact, on his van at home, he's cut up a Skoal commercial for the use on the back bumpers with a pinch is all it takes. He uses a Wilson flexible racket, which allows him to hold the ball a little bit longer and go to that corner. The only weakness Bledsoe really has is he tends to do too much with his backhand. He doesn't have the great backhand of a Marty Hogan or a Lindsay Myers. And when he tries to drive that ball down with his backhand, oftentimes he hits it cross-court, which is a cardinal error because Hilecher will step in, cut the ball off, and push it into the corner for an easy winner. Nice Z serve, pops the ball up. That is a little bit aggressive, and Hilecher was able to slide the ball down. Now, Jerry breaks just about every rule there is on hitting a backhand, particularly that of dropping the head of the racket. But he's done it for so many years that he's got it to where he can sort of angle the ball in the corner. Not with great pace, but with pretty good accuracy. There's a pin shot. Ball's back. Nice shot down the lane, which is your basic shot in racquetball. Keep the ball down the lane as possible, but not down the middle like that. He left himself vulnerable. Once you hit the ball down the middle, you have to move to one side or the other to clear the area for your opponent to hit. He's able to back you out and then slice the ball gently into the corner, which Jerry did there.
What about height? Is that an advantage for Hilecher?
Serving 3.
Well, they're both about 6'1" or so, and I feel that as the game progresses year after year and evolves, that the taller player will eventually have an advantage once that the taller player learns the technique of playing the interior ball. The problem with tall players is they can play the wing ball, the long reach ball, very well, but when the ball gets inside their body, it's inside their hitting zone. Jerry has a better backhand interior than Bledsoe, so that may spell the difference in this match. Let's watch this in slow motion.
3. Timeout, Mr. Bledsoe.
There's the big motion drive down the right side. It caught the sidewall, slowed down, and Bledsoe couldn't get to it.
Davey, Jerry serving well. Is that the difference right now?
Yeah, he's getting his first serve in very effectively. It's my returns could be a little bit more effective. I'm going to have to break momentum. That's why I'm calling a timeout here, trying to regroup. Come back, get the serve, and just warm up a little bit more.
We'll have more on the CBC International Racquetball Classic after this.
Well, Hilecher early in this first game has taken control. 4 points is not an insurmountable margin. In a game of 15,
Bledsoe
there is
serving,
definitely an advantage to jump into that early lead.
Oh, it gives you the
serving
opportunity to
7.
go on offense, so you can take a few more of those shots that are right on the periphery of your shot arsenal. And if you're not, you're taking a real gamble because you can't afford to lose a couple more points at this stage. There's a nice Z serve. Down the line, Bledsoe, golden retriever from Kingsport, Tennessee, got over the ball very, very well. Drove it down. He's trying to force the ball into Hilecher's weaker backhand. Reverse pinch. That ball was on 2 bounces. Ball wide angle, flipped out the back wall. Great get. Bledsoe sets up for his forehand. Should go with the pin shot. He does it. He goes down the line, diving get. But it didn't go to the front wall.
Hilecher was all over the court.
Great get. Hilecher's calling that is trying to get a visual hinder out of it, but what it amounted to was he had come up too close behind Bledsoe's back, and the referee will not allow you to take an inopportune position and then claim you were visually hindered.
The voice booming through loud and clear is that of our head referee, Dan Bertolucci.
Nice backhand. Should not go cross-court on that, but Hilecher took his eye off that ball. And he's yelling at himself. He can't believe it. That's normally an easy shot for a professional, particularly with a forehand of Hilecher's quality.
Serving.
For the amateur players, keep in mind, when you have the setup, try to restrain the impulse to go cross-court because it leaves you vulnerable to being attacked at center court by stepping in and having your opponent cut the ball off. Stucco ball. Ball didn't reach the front wall. In the old days, there was no ceiling panels. It was only stucco up there in a regular wall, and the flakes would flip down right on your head. Great serve.
Well, Bledsoe has certainly cut into the deficit.
Screen serve, hold it up.
That one was a screen serve.
Two
You'll
serves.
see it here.
Let's watch in slow motion. He drives it straight back by his body. He has to move out of the way, and even though it carries out the back wall, the rules of racquetball prohibit the continuation of play. That was a questionable get. He's got the backhand off the back wall, went down the line. That's the shot. Now, he had Hilecher leaning cross-court. The best play from up front is to mix up your down-the-line drive low about 6 inches high with your pinch into the sidewall.
7, serving 7.
Tie game. Bledsoe's serving much better right now. He's got the forehand up the back wall. He had to hustle. He left it up. And Jerry smartly follows my advice and goes right down the wall. Very, very well done. And you notice how he backed out so that Davey couldn't quite see the ball until it was adios.
7.
And good night, sweet prince.
Well, Bledsoe managed to fight back to tie it. Now he has to remove Hilecher from that serving box. He's not going to do it when
Mr. Bledsoe
Hilecher
peels a shot on
can
the
drive
front wall.
them
I
in from
call
the
it
back
good.
court.
That's a tough shot off the back wall for Jerry. You can see the dark surface back there. It's
All
very, very
stands.
difficult
Point.
for anyone but Hilecher to play the ball off that back glass. Now here's the forehand serve. Jerry gets down very, very well. He's got a number of different motions. See, off the same motion, he made it look like he was going to the left. Davey had leaned a little bit, then he slid it down the right wall. He's very, very, I'd have to use the word sneaky on his serve.
Point.
Oh, geez. Beautiful shot. Shoulder high, reminiscent of Hogan last week's match. Came down with the ball to the right corner for a three-pronged plop shot.
Serving 7.
There's a crack ace. Crack ace. Bledsoe's hairline is gradually receding. A few more of those aces, it'll be Kohuch returning serve.
Short.
Tried to snap Z. That ball skipped in. That ball skipped in.
Mr. Bledsoe thinks it was a non-front serve, skip ball. I call the ball good on the front wall.
Oh, we can't see it from this angle.
I think it was good, Charlie. I think that the eagle eye of our referee, Dan Bertolucci, has proven correct once again through the use of slow motion.
Good get up the back wall. It's a tough retrieve. There's Bledsoe's best move, going to the right. He left the ball up, though. Both players are a little sloppy right here. But Hilecher, off balance, was able to tweak it into the right corner. He missed his first two opportunities, so it's good for the audience's ears that he made that shot, because otherwise we'd have heard some form of a Hebrew oath. Look how low he gets in the ball. There he used the same motion, tried to pull the ball cross court. Bledsoe thought that ball skipped in, too. He looked back at his coach. Hilecher serves the ball so low and hard, oftentimes it's difficult to determine. There's an around-the-wall ball. Drive cross court. Jerry's doing just about everything right. He's got the set up, and he slides it beautifully down the right wall. He's taken a little bit off that shot.
Well, Jerry Hilecher had Bledsoe fight back to tie it at 7, but Hilecher is now pulled away.
Jerry, after Davey came back to tie it at 7, what changed the momentum in your favor?
Well, I've been serving well throughout the game, and when I have a chance to get a few good serves in and we get weak returns by Davey, I'm able to put the ball away. When Davey can return the serve well, he gets the serve out. So I got to keep pressure on the serves and put away the next shot.
Have you made a forehand adjustment? You're hitting it a lot flatter.
Well, I think I'm getting a lot of lucky shots in there. I haven't made any adjustments. Actually, I'm taking something off the ball. The ball's quick, and when I have a setup, I'm kind of hitting about 3/4 speed, so the ball doesn't rebound so hard.
Well, Davey Bledsoe might agree that they're lucky shots, but they are good shots on the part of Hilecher.
Oh, he's playing well, and it's a very, very good point he made about taking a little bit off the fast shots. Don't try to slug with a slugger. Take a little bit off and pop it in.
Well,
let's pick up action again.
Beautiful serve. That looked like a two-bounce get.
Two bounces, Mr. Bledsoe. Thank you.
Well, Bledsoe called it on himself. Mark down the time. The best match I ever saw these guys play was in St. Louis in 1975 in the Nationals with Lenny Marsh refereeing, and they were playing double bounces, skips, avoidable hinders. It was amazing. Then Bledsoe pulls open the door and says, "I'm not playing under these conditions," and forfeits. They later on went on with the match, but I thought it was very, very strange that the guy who was cheating right along with the other guy wanted to, you know, with righteous indignation.
2 minutes.
The winner, Jerry Hilecher.
Davey, Jerry's playing really well. Are you going to have to start shooting more in game 2?
Well, not so much shot as shooting the ball as it is just returning the ball better and getting into the rally. He's keeping me off balance. He's hitting very good, effective, hard serves, and I'm going to have to counter that with some offense. And I should be warmed up and ready to go. I should be okay this game.
He's hitting it very flat, too, isn't he?
Yes, he did make a forehand adjustment in the first game, and he's getting his serve in better now. I'm going to try and slow things down at certain points and see how that goes.
Okay. Game 2, Bledsoe versus Hilecher.
Game 2 of this quarterfinal match, Jerry Hilecher and Dave Bledsoe.
One of the things I think we should notice is I've mentioned in earlier telecast about various, and particularly the Canadian players, not guessing on serve return. Nice forehand by Jerry, where they didn't make the move over to intercept the serve and consequently were late on every serve. Against Hilecher, it's virtually impossible to do that because of the different motions. He's like a Louis Tiant. He shows you the back, he shows you the front, the tweak, the top spin, the look left, go right. He's got the big, lanky frame. That ball looked like it skipped right there.
Skip, side out.
Good call from the nickel seats, Don.
Well, Dan Bertolucci, the head referee,
Bledsoe serving.
called that a skip.
0 serving 2.
Bertolucci's funny. Sometimes you think someone should beat him to death with his white cane. Good get. There's a backhand off the back wall. Comes forward. Skip ball.
Backswing contact, replay.
Okay, now there's an interesting point. Bledsoe took his backswing with his backhand and made contact with Hilecher's racket. That is
0,
another play
serving 2.
that the offensive player may call himself and stop play, but he must not hit the shot and take what we call a double play. He's not entitled to both the benefit of the shot and the call if he misses it. Nice drive, good retrievement of the back wall. Bledsoe sets up on his backhand, goes cross court again. I think that's a mistake, but Hilecher miscued on the ball. Generally speaking, when you're up front, take your backhand down the line. Don't leave yourself vulnerable to being intercepted by the forehand, particularly an offensively potent forehand like a Jerry Hilecher. Good crack, good crack. Beautiful shot. The short angle zone. There's 3 ways to attack a guy in the serve. 1, get it short angle to force him to reach forward and lift the ball. 2, get it deep behind him so he has to hit the ball on the sidewall. 3, get the ball up so he's forced to go to the ceiling. And 1 other potential way is to hit the ball interior to his hitting zone. Hilecher's got all of them. Bledsoe generally relies on the short angle crack.
Side out.
Nice backhand slide shot. Notice how he dropped the head of the racket and sort of underhand scooped it. Very similar to Heather Stupp's forehand scooping motion, as we've seen on earlier telecasts.
Short.
That was close.
Second serve.
No appeals in the CBC system. For the continuity of play in television, we're allowing the play to continuous on the call of Dan Bertolucci. Nice cross-court drive, set up the forehand again. He probably should have intercepted that in the air. Bledsoe's back, trapped in amen corner. Jumped in front of the ball, trying to get over for the forehand, and misplayed it off the back wall. Now, what happened when he jumped over that ball is he forced himself over to the right. And when he tried to retreat and take the ball with his forehand, he backed away and it got interior to his hitting zone, and he scooped the ball into the floor. He would have been better off maintaining center court position. Davey got a late start again. Jerry had held him with that series of serves down the right side and popped it over to the left for the last second with his wrist.
Somewhat reminiscent of Game 1, where Hilecher put together a string of points early in the game.
Good rally, good get. Now, Davey couldn't put the ball away. He hit a flyer off the back wall, and it cost him. He had Jerry on the ground, but he snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, overswung on his backhand, and flew straight off the back wall for a set to Hilecher's forehand. Bledsoe's a little bit discouraged right now.
Second game, 5
Concentration
serving 2.
of Jerry Hilecher as he leads 5-2 in the serving box.
There's that forehand.
Point.
And you notice he's taking a little bit off of it. Davey felt that might have been a hinder there. He didn't get a real full charge at the ball, but the ball was down, and the referee's determination, he couldn't have reached it anyway. Safe ball up to the ceiling. They try to feather touch it.
Point. Toe ball back court from 39.
Hilecher having no problems at all in Game 2. A timeout called by Dave Bledsoe. However, it really didn't help Davey Bledsoe much because Hilecher continued to dominate in this second game, and he has moved to the position where he now has game point coming up. Jerry Hilecher leading Dave Bledsoe.
Nice drive down the left side, but Davey at this stage has to pull out all stops. He's got to hit a lot of winners in a row. Beautiful backhand down the line. Caught Jerry leaning to the right. Jerry knows that 75% of all balls go cross court. He was leaning that way. Davey crossed him off with a very accurate backhand down the line. Needs 12 more.
I think that will be a little difficult.
Point.
Well, he's got them one at a time coming his way. He now trails by 10 points.
4 serving 14.
But I think I like Hilecher's chances.
Yeah, but it is admirable. Even though being down this far, Bledsoe still fighting every single point, not letting up, trying to hit the ball as accurately and powerful as possible and going for the get. Good get by Davey. Now skip ball in. There's another point. Bledsoe's got excellent lateral mobility for a 30-year-old man. Very, very quick, tremendous aerobic condition.
Well, perhaps we were a little premature in indicating that Dave Bledsoe is on the verge of elimination.
You don't see that a double dive. That's the wide angle pass. Hilecher dove left, couldn't intercept it because the ball was too wide. He moved back with it and had to dive to the right and couldn't get to the ball. The tour of the court. But it could be too little,
Bledsoe serving
too late.
6, serving 14.
He's not going down without a fight, however.
Good fake. Hilecher. Oh, he left up his favorite shot. Should have pinched that ball in. Good rally. Great get by Bledsoe. It's coming to the back. There's an around-the-wall ball. Very unusual shot selection from that position on the court. Jerry's looking for his forehand to put it away, obviously. Bledsoe goes to the back court. He's overdriving the ball now. It's going to cost him.
Ball, side out.
It cost him. He had the shot.
Serving.
Bledsoe had the forehand off the back wall, got caught up in the pace of the rally, and gave Hilecher the chance to guide the ball in with his backhand. Now he's got match point. Well, not too well hit. Ah, beautiful shot.
Mr. Jerry Hilecher.
So Jerry Hilecher advances through our quarterfinal round with an impressive victory over Dave Bledsoe.
Bledsoe circles and tries to drive the ball down. Now that's a mistake. If you catch the sidewall in front of your opponent, he goes right into the corner. Beautiful pin shot, and that's the match.
It was more a case of Jerry's game being right on.
He did play well. I didn't play as poorly as it may have looked like. His serves were super. He's playing right on. He's going to be a pick to win here. He's coming off a real big victory over all the top players, including Hogan and Yellen, and can't take anything away from that.
Jerry, Charlie Brumfield says he's never seen you play so well without cheating.
Well, I have Charlie.
Not that you ever cheat.
No, I've been playing really well lately. I've been working very hard, trying to improve my game, and if anything else, I feel, although no one point of my game has improved, I think my mental aspects have, and I'm thinking more on the court.
All right, with the way you're playing, you may be the man to beat in this tournament, but now you advance against Marty Hogan, and that's going to be a tough test.
Marty's always tough. As Davey said, I beat him recently in a pro tournament, and I feel I'm playing very well, and if everything goes right, I'll win.
All right, congratulations on advancing. Thank you, Davey.